Hi there. This is Mark Ittleman, speech pathologist, and we're in Arizona, and it's getting kind of cool out here. The weather's changing. So, well, good morning. This video today is about some offerings that we're going to be doing. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to offer a public information webinar on Zoom to anyone out there who has a concern about speaking. Now, you may have an aphasia, or you may have an apraxia, or you may have a child who's got delayed speaking, or any number of other kinds of speaking difficulties. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a get acquainted session where we're inviting many people all over the U.S. as well as worldwide to be on the call and to learn about speaking difficulties. Now, I'm not going to address any particular or specific speaking difficulty. What I want to do is just meet all of you and have you describe or share with us what your concern is with speaking. And so hopefully we'll have a number of people on the call, and it's going to be a free webinar. And I'll give you as much information as I can about it and how we go about correcting it. Now, there's some that are corrected very easily and very simply, and others may take kind of a long time. They might take a lot of intensive work. But there are many people out there who just have no idea what to do. They have a loved one with a speaking difficulty, and maybe a therapist wants to give them a talking machine, and you don't want that for them, and they don't want that for them, and they really don't do a whole lot of good for a lot of people because they're very, very difficult to handle. They're very difficult to set up, and they just don't really do what many people think they do. So if you have a therapist who wants to give your loved one a speaking machine and that's not what you want, or if there's a therapist who has discontinued your therapy and said that you've plateaued, or any number of other concerns, or maybe even you've been terminated from therapy. They've said you've reached the maximum number of visits we can give you, and that happens. That used to happen to me all the time when I was a therapist. I used to get a pink slip from administration that said, hey, you got to stop the therapy right now because we're concerned that Medicare or any of the other number of insurance policies wouldn't pay anymore. So that's what this webinar is going to be about. We're going to schedule it shortly. There's going to be a link underneath this video. So if you want to be on the call where you can learn about speech difficulties, and if you have a question or a comment or a concern about a loved one that you know or a patient you're working with, why don't you just come on the call and we'll all get acquainted and share with each other what our concerns are, and I'll try to address each and every one of them for you. Now, at the end of that call, what I'm going to do is see how much interest there is in helping you, see if you have interest in being helped with your particular challenge. And so what I'll be able to do at the end of that call is I'll be able to look over everyone who's been on the call and see what their major concerns are. And if there are a number of people who have specific concerns that are within the same type of subject matter, then I'll schedule a webinar just for you that may last 4 weeks, 8 weeks, where I will teach you all about that speaking difficulty and the methods and the techniques you can use to help your loved one at home. You know, these are very trying times that we're living in worldwide. Many people are now back in quarantine. They're told to stay home. And so this is a very tenuous situation, but let's look for the silver lining in all of this. If you're home and if your loved one is home and you are in need of some therapy, or even if you no longer have access to therapy, you can learn many things you can do at home to improve upon that. So this is Mark Ittleman, speech-language pathologist, reminding you that if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and reminding you also there's a link beneath this video that if you'd like to be on a free webinar call where you can learn all about different speaking difficulties and have your questions answered, then you're going to want to click on that link below, and we'll send you information about the coming and upcoming webinar. So we wish you a great day today, and we look forward to your response to this video, and we invite you to be on a very enlightening and stimulating webinar free of charge. Thank you very much. This is Mark Ittleman. Have a great day today.